What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen. Now, you know, as of last week, they released these Tyre Nichols body cam footage, the unedited stuff from a lot of the officers' body cams. Now, supposedly this is the stuff that they had hidden for a while. Supposedly they had released a lot of other footage, but you know, I put the videos out fully unedited on my channel. You guys can check them out. But listen, today I want to talk a little bit about Lieutenant Duane Smith. Now, I've done videos on this man in the past, and you know, he was the field supervisor the night Tyre Nichols got beat. Went to the family's house and with Desmond Mills Jr. alerted the family of what happened to Tyre Nichols, or so we thought. But I'm going to talk about him today and why he need to be locked up and charged just like the rest of these 5 morons over here. Now, should he be charged with the same charges as them? No, but he should be facing some time. And his ass shouldn't have no damn pension. Now, before I was merciful when I was speaking about it because I didn't know all the particulars. But when the body cam footage came out and you go through it, it's like you see something every time, something new. The local news out there saw something that I didn't see. You know, they saw something I covered, but like I told you guys, when these videos came out, I said, and it's something they didn't want us to see or hear. It was more the audio than the visual. And it was a reason why they was holding these tapes back from the public. You'll see exactly why they was doing it today and why I think this guy right here should be in a boat right next to them, if not the same one, for what happened to Tyre Nichols. Because I'm going to tell you something. A part of me thinks if he did the right thing and was accountable and did what I think he should have done, and a lot of you guys think he should have done, Tyre Nichols might have survived, y'all. He might have survived. And here's your proof. Check this out.
Continues to comb through every bit of this newly released video. And while this part is short, it says a lot. It's our introduction to Rovon Wells and what would become a theme of accusations leveled at Tyre Nichols by Memphis police. Through the lens of this body camera, you see an officer approach the front door of this home in southeast Memphis.
Memphis police.
It's January 7th, 2023. The officer identifies himself and the person behind the body camera at a home where a potted plant on the porch is still draped in Christmas lights.
Hey, how you doing? All right, I'm Lieutenant Smith with the police department. And that's Detective Mill.
In what's about to become what appears to be MPD's first interaction with Tyre Nichols' parents, Lieutenant Duane Smith, the supervisor who retired a day before a hearing that would recommend his termination, explains how he ended up at their front door. You're looking at Smith from now former officer Desmond Mills' body camera.
Are you familiar with Tyre Nichols? The reason I'm asking, we got this guy in custody. And he showed you have his address.
A male voice from behind the door asked, what is he in custody for?
Oh, DUI.
Smith then learns who he's speaking with. Listen closely as a female voice speaks with the sound of surprise as she responds to the accusation.
A DUI?
Y'all his parents or who are y'all?
I'm his mother.
What's your name?
After a few more identifying questions, Smith tells them their 29-year-old was, quote, intoxicated, then proceeds with more accusations.
Okay, so what's going on and what do we need to do?
Well, we were just, I'm here to try to, I'm trying to find out if you know him to take any kind of drugs or narcotics or anything.
The female voice we now know as Rovon Wells responds no, with Smith then questioning how and when Tyre left the house.
We got paramedics tending to him, and we can't get much understanding out of it. That's why I'm trying to, locate somebody that might know some kind of history on him. Well, no, he on something more than marijuana.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't know.
Okay, then.
Tyre's mother then asks more than once about where her son is.
Where is he at?
He's with the paramedics now. They're treating him.
Where's the paramedics at, sir?
They got him a little ways from here.
What's a little ways?
Smith never directly answers Mrs. Wells' question, nor tells her that just blocks over, her son's been brutally beaten by members of a team he oversees.
Where's my son?
He's in the neighborhood.
Oh, he in the neighborhood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, I guess what I need to know is he gonna go to jail?
Yes, ma'am. He gonna go to jail after he get treated and get some medical treatment.
As we now know, Tyre Nichols never went to jail. He died 3 days later after being transported to this Memphis hospital.
I am the smartest person, but I feel like they know more than what they're saying, especially when I open the door.
That's the voice of the officer behind the body camera, identified as Desmond Mills.
They don't deal with police.
And what sounds like Smith responding, they don't deal with police. The conversation between Tyre's parents and Lieutenant Smith lasts less than 4 minutes and ends with the officers walking away.
You got a drug history around this.
Oh, yeah.
Still alleging Nichols was on a level of drugs that an autopsy would later prove were not in his system.
You know, no.
You see flashing lights as the two head back to the scene.
I just hope he just need to make it, that's all. He need to make it. Yeah, he ain't looking too good.
Discussing Nichols' fate and a statement that speaks to their future.
We read everything by the book, though. Read everything by the book. Oh, yeah, I believe that.
Zanetta Lowe, WREG, News Channel 3.
All right, guys. That right there showed a bunch of arrogance and ignorance from these bastards behind the badge. And I'm keeping it real with you. Duane Smith, Field Lieutenant Duane Smith, need to be locked up just like them and facing some type of charge because he aided willingly in the cover-up of what happened to Tyre Nichols. Did you see that? He took Desmond Mills Jr. with him. You can already know when they was walking down the street going to the house. You know what I'm saying? He was already putting stuff in his head and coming together with what kind of story they're going to tell these people about why their son is beat up down the street and didn't even keep it real. This is my issue. Like I said before, he was out there. He seen what he looked like. Everybody can tell when somebody been beat up. You know that the people out there, the Scorpion unit that you supervise, go around and beat people up. Got a history, bunch of charges against them. Lawsuits in the city right now from beating people up. You seen Tyre was beat up by people. Your people didn't say nothing. Look when he went to the house. I'm going to speak to the family of Tyre Nichols. What's the name? Stood away down the walkway. Seen him? Desmond Mills Jr. Duane Smith go up there and talk. You know him to take any type of drug or narcotic? We got him. Couldn't get no understanding out of him at all. Miss Robon asked the right questions and was persistent with the questions. He over there backpedaling like a defensive back and looked stupid when he asked the question. What's he locked up for? Desmond Mills Jr. DUI. Okay. You are a field supervisor. Worked your way up to that position. You looked at that man, you talked to him. Hey man, what did you take? You took something. You seen he was talking. You seen he was beaten. You seen he was battered. You seen he was bruised. You didn't ask no question. Didn't see any type of, didn't give no reprimand of, this is not how we police. That's the part I don't understand. That lets me know that this is a normal occurrence of seeing people on death's door in handcuffs at the hand of the people that you supervise. Anybody agree or disagree with that? Seriously. Said he was in there for DUI. Didn't even know. Never looked at any paperwork. They didn't have no, they shouldn't have paperwork at the thing, but he didn't really fine-tooth comb investigate this before he even went to these people's house because he got to explain this. And that's the thing. That's why I said if I was a supervisor, I'd have hit the ceiling. I got to explain this. His family and whatever supposedly lived down the street. Who did this and why does he look like that? Nobody said nothing. All of these dudes are like bumbling idiots. For real. What goes into being a police officer nowadays? What goes into police officer? No common sense needed. Just apply on the dotted line. Other part that got me pissed. Never told where he was. This man was on his way out of here. Screamed for his mom. And even if he was incoherent or not, she still should have had a chance to see what the devil did to her child and at least touched him one last time. One last time. You hear me? One last time. If they didn't do anything wrong, they could have brought her to the scene and not have her and her husband, Mr. Rodney, going up and down the street trying to locate what happened, why his car here, and getting a runaround and a bunch of lies told to him by a bunch of idiots. Never told his condition. Is he? Oh, yeah, they treating him up the street. What's up the street, sir? A little bit raise up. If she had walked out there to Desmond Mills and turned her head to the left, she would have seen he was right on that corner. That body cam on Desmond Mills, you know, it has like a funny lens on it where it's refraction of the light. It looked far away, guys. That was right at the corner of their block. I stood there. I went out there. Remember? I seen it right there. I seen the mailbox. I seen where he lived. I wouldn't show it on my video because it's nobody's business. Right there. 40 yards. The reason why she couldn't see that lights and the commotion and stuff is the way that street, like it winds a little bit. And that brick wall is in front and it's blocking the light to where all those lights you're seeing, they wouldn't reflect off of nothing from where she was standing at that door. That's why she didn't know the commotion was right outside. This guy right here is part of the cover-up. He helped with the cover-up. You knew that man was on his last legs. You can go look at the videos. Go look at the one part when they took his handcuffs off. Look how his body lay. Did you see how his neck looked when they went there? And it was bent that way. He didn't see that. He didn't see that. Then it's the part that tripped me out. I talked about Desmond Mills Jr. with the Hezekiah Walker, I Need You to Survive, when he followed the ambulance, where it made a dash to the hospital to save Tyre Nichols' life, and he was playing gospel music in the back after the ordeal was over. What was said after they left is just as shocking. Did you hear Desmond Mills? I hope he make it. He gotta make it. Hope he make it. What's the name? Duane Smith. Yeah, he in bad shape. You knew he was in bad shape. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. And tell me if it's just me. You know, when somebody's hurt badly, what is the most important thing? Time. Time is of the essence and urgency. That's why ambulances have sirens. Don't stop at red lights, loud noises to alert people. Time is of the essence. We're trying to save someone. When did you see any urgency on that stop? When? None. When did you see any urgency when Duane Smith got in his face, like I'm in your face right now, and accused him of taking a bunch of drugs and asked all these stupid questions from a man that couldn't talk, told the parents? We're not really getting any understanding out of him. That's because he was beat to hell and back. And you knew it. You knew it. Anybody can look and tell somebody when beaten badly. I could go get a child and show them Tyre Nichols. They would have just stared or cried because he looked horrific. They know he was hurt. If a child could see that, how come you can't? You could see it, but you wanted to deny it. This is one of them type of dudes that'd be like, well, I wasn't there. I wasn't this. I just showed up. Don't want to take no blame. And listen, I'm going to show you how bad they knew this was. Did you hear what he said? We did everything by the book. Why'd you even say that? Didn't have to say that. That right there let me know. And if what you did to Tyre was by the book, then a whole bunch of heads need to be rolled on the next floor above you and the next floor above that, because this was BS. It was BS. Not only did he lose his life, a lot of people that loved him lost part of their life. Morale in that city went down so much to where they had to beg people don't do nothing because I know it looks bad, and it was bad. People were getting arrested in other cities and hurt, tearing up places because they even seen it, hundreds and thousands of miles away. Even outside this country, people know that was wrong. And you were part of that cesspool of bullshit. Field Lieutenant Duane Smith could have saved him. I don't know. I mean, his stuff was severe, but you could have told the truth and you didn't. You wasn't there when he was beat, but you chose to keep your mouth closed. And then Desmond Mills, man, that line where he said, "Oh, I hope he make it." I think that's one of the reasons why they offered him the deal out of all of them, even though they all still look at him a certain way, because they would say, "Oh, well, at least, the justice system, he showed a little bit of remorse." I don't think he meant to do it. Don't matter if you meant to do it or not. You meant not to stop it. That's the thing. It ain't what you did, it's what you didn't do. Nobody showed any reserve. You see people fighting. Even people that fight on people sometimes say in their head, something kick in, "Hey, that's enough for you, kill him." You didn't know you was killing this man? Hitting him in the face with that baton? Watching your friends kick his head in? Putting him in handcuffs to where the EMS had to tell you to take him off? Because they couldn't work on him? He coding 2 times in the ambulance while his mom is at the first stop, saying, "Hey, what happened to my son? This man on his way out of here." What's wrong with us, man? What's wrong with us? Never told his condition. And that's a shame. He going to jail, but you made it like it was nothing because you looked at Tyre as nothing, or what was done to him as nothing. All in the day's work. This guy, Desmond Mills, get in the car. One of the parts of the lyrics, "We all a part of God's body." Oh, are we? And look at you wrecking creation. You need to be put up on some charges. And that's just me. Leave a comment and tell me if you believe it or not. This shit is foul and it stinks worse than it did yesterday and the day before. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Justice for Tyre. I'm out.